Welcome back, guys, with the Play On podcast. This is Jesse and Jerry, episode 110. Champions League this week, so that's gonna be the huge focal point. We do also have some injury updates that we're gonna go through, as well as some shifts in the table, which is not too many, honestly, in each league. But we'll get started with the injuries for the World Cup. Apparently, some players are going at risk of potentially missing some games, and some players are definitely missing games. Biggest one that happened this weekend was Xavi Simons, Jesse. He tore his ACL. He's
Yeah,
gonna
it's a
be out.
it's a big one, especially because you feel for players, especially this late in the season, because it's like early in the season, you can miss a season and then come back potentially for the World Cup and have time. But when it's at this close to the World Cup, there's just no chance for it to happen, and it's always tough to see a player miss out on the World Cup because of injuries. Because it's sad because it only comes once every 4 years, and sometimes like circumstances you don't get a lot of them.
Yeah, you don't get too many chances at there. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know if anyone saw the Tottenham game. Clearly, Xavi Simons felt something in his knee, and I think emotion just came out of him. He kind of had a feeling it was ACL because of how bad it was hurting. So, yeah, you feel bad for him, definitely. So it sucks to see, especially with the Netherlands squad. It's weird. They're like never favorites, but they always play so well together.
Hmm Like the
You never
squad
know what
never
could have
looks
done.
like it's like a top contender, but they're always up there.
Yeah, definitely. Either making deep runs, semifinal, final, but yeah. So it sucks to see. And especially that I think he was trying to make a move out of Tottenham as well. Now with this ACL injury, it looks like his move is going to be pretty much impossible unless he like terminates his contract mutually with Tottenham, which I don't see it happening.
You know.
Crazy. We also have Lamine and Guler, who are potentially could miss some World Cup games. They both have a hamstring injury. Guler's a little bit more on the light side, and he looks to be back for the first game. Whereas Lamine, he could be at risk for the first game. Jesse, it's just this overload players have been going through since January of this year.
Yeah, as we previously mentioned, and like a while ago, or like even coming into the season, the players are just playing too much,
Yeah.
and then it's fault from both the players and the coaches side from not rotating and players wanting to play. Because I think this was like Lamine's like 70th game played or close to it, which is a lot to put on your body, and especially like coming into a World Cup year, or even last year, because there's still that like the Club World Cup, and the year before that was the Euro, so like they haven't had breaks for like a couple years now in the summer,
hmm
and there's just a lot on their body, and it's tough because sometimes your body just gives up.
It does, and it looked like it happened to him. Again, I was a huge proponent that he should be getting more rest. He was also not helping his case when he would like get attitudes when he gets subbed off. So, hey man, Hansi Flick was just looking after you. Maybe it's a lesson learned, and he'll learn to appreciate those subs when you're already up in the game.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially since they have been playing like nonstop since like the turn of the year.
Imagine if we were still in the Champions League, dude, and this happened to him. Like, it would all been work for nothing. Um, but again, this is why like it was in my head. I didn't mind getting knocked out of the Champions League because of again World Cup year coming up. Imagine, imagine he probably would have forced himself to play like injured even more than he already did in this Saturday. So again, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, Jesse. Militao on top of that, potentially he is missing the World Cup, correct?
Yeah, he is missing the World Cup. He has stitches. What did I say? His stitches
They
reopened.
they opened, yeah.
They reopened, and unfortunately, it's like basically tearing his hamstring again, similar to that. So it's gonna be another like 6 to 8 months out, depending on how he heals. But yeah, he's for sure out of the World Cup, which is tough because he's been having a tough past couple years. Whereas this would be his fourth like major injury in like the last 3 years. So it's like it's tough.
And it's crazy too because he came back and Madrid's backline kind of stabilized a little bit. And he was actually looking pretty good in my opinion. When I was watching the Madrid games and he was starting, I was like, damn, this guy really just tore his whatever he had, whatever
His
injury he
hamstring.
had, his hamstring, came back and acted like nothing ever happened. And we kept thinking he was gonna regress because again, major injuries. Like I think he's had three before this one. Now this is gonna be like his fourth one. So I don't know how he does it. I want to say he's gonna regress, but honestly, he comes back and just he's really good. The only thing that's keeping him away from the field is his body.
Yeah.
At the Quite, we kind of touched on that. He tore his Achilles. He's gonna miss the World Cup. Christian Romero has a ligament injury and could be facing potential risk of missing the World Cup. Um, yeah, he has an injury for 5 to 7 weeks. We'll see if he makes it. And even if he does make it, he's gonna come in with what is it? No rhythm at
No,
all.
yeah, no rhythm. No, he's not gonna be in game day shape.
Mm-mm. So, do you want to go through that risk? Me personally, I wouldn't. But to each their own.
Yep.
And last one is Serge Gnabry. He has a torn adductor on the right side and looks to be missing the World Cup.
Yeah, it's a big miss, especially on his current form, because he has been starting in Bayern's all important matches, especially as sort of like a glue guy for the front three, connecting them and allowing them to play as they will. Because he basically allows Olise, Gnabry, or Diaz and Kane to like roam around and do whatever, and he'll basically fill in the holes of what's required.
Pause.
Yeah, but that's why Company has been starting him instead of like Musiala, even though Musiala has been coming back. He's been starting Gnabry because he's been basically the soldier for them. Like he'll do the hard labor for everyone else, and he still has the quality to like provide moments for them. So it's a tough loss for Bayern and also Germany.
Definitely. Especially with Musiala again not being 100% back. Maybe this is his time to shine now that he's pretty much gonna have no obstacle to get into that starting 11. Maybe with Wirtz, but yeah. Um I was gonna say maybe some players are happy, but I doubt it. Because again, you need a whole team to win the World Cup. It's never easy. But yeah, where do you want to get started, Jesse? You want to get into the World Cup, to the Champions League preview, or should we just go what happened over this past weekend? Some major events.
What major events happened this past weekend? Not that many. Not that I
Arsenal
can.
finally got 3 points.
That terror of a game.
Oh my God, yeah. Newcastle could have won it too. Well, they could have tied it up, but unfortunate. Yeah, not too many things happened in that game. I think Esse came off with an injury, but Jesse said it wasn't a
No,
major thing.
yeah, it wasn't anything big. He should be back for like I think like the next games.
La Liga, Real Madrid dropped points against Real Betis. They tied 1-1, and then Barcelona took advantage against the Haram Ball of Getafe. So that was fantastic, and Barca is now 11 points in the lead.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, I just remembered. The uh the PE teacher, the substitute teacher got fired at Chelsea.
oh my God, yeah, he did. I'm surprised they fired him. They gave him a 6-year contract.
They did give him a 6-year contract that he's going to be collecting full. I think they said it was like a 2,000 day contract, and he got fired after 200 or 100 days.
Yeah, after 4 months, he got fired. Yeah, I we kind of saw it coming in regards of him getting not getting great results with the team. Again, I didn't expect him to get fired at all. But now it just leaves a hole on Chelsea on who they could get. Do you think there's a possibility of them begging Maresca to come back?
There's a possibility from the shortlist they've released. I don't think so, and especially I don't think Maresca comes back after his fight with the board. I think he's done with them. And plus, he has been linked a lot with Man City, especially since Pep still hasn't renewed
Hmm.
and his contract's up this summer. So, if the possibility of, oh, I get to go to Manchester City, especially with that squad, or go to Chelsea where there's the squad's still so imbalanced, and then you still have the board above me, like basically making the wrong decision at every turn, I think I'd take my chances.
Yeah, from what Jesse was telling me, apparently the short list of that team for those managers that could be the new Chelsea manager is Xabi Alonso, uh,
Iraola,
Iraloa, and who's the third one?
Marco Silva, the
Marco
Fulham
Silva.
coach.
Yeah, the Fulham coach. He's Portuguese, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a
Uh,
coach for Wolves before.
if I had to throw my head in the race, I think it's gonna be Marco Silva. I think Xabi Alonso's pretty smart, and it's not gonna go to a dysfunctional team. He has to know it. And then same thing with Iraola. He's not gonna risk his future promising career in managing to a dysfunctional team. Maybe
Yeah,
Marco Silva, he's been around for a couple seasons in the Premier League, so I think he's willing to take on that challenge. I don't think he'll succeed though.
yeah, especially with because it's still not the end of the season, or we still don't know what's gonna happen with other job openings. Because Michael Carrick hasn't been confirmed as a Manchester United coach, so Iraola could always look at that. Liverpool, they've said that they're keeping Slot for now, but he, a couple bad more results and they're out of like the Champions League, and who knows if they'll s stick by him. Like there's still a potential for like a lot of job openings. And I know there's a lot of pressure on Eddie Howe potentially, so Newcastle job might be up, and that might be more enticing than the Chelsea job at this point.
Honestly, yeah. It's a lot less pressure compared to Chelsea because Chelsea, I think I was watching a video on it. They're more of a transfer team now at this point than like an actual winning team because they just want to make money.
Yeah.
Playing football manager, someone took it too serious. They forget that you have to win. It's not just buying players.
Nah, they they look forward to the transfer window and that's it.
Just like me in like FIFA mode career mode.
Yeah, they just look, and then I think that's why they're so upset about the transfer ban in like what is a year or two,
Yeah.
because they won't be able to do what they love.
Again, a transfer ban that is so it's a slap on the wrist. Oh, like, yeah, we're gonna ban you from buying players, but next year, will you go buy whatever player you want this year? Which again, only players that will go to Chelsea is players that are they're just gonna take advantage and buy like not buy, but they're gonna get a huge wage.
Yeah, so I fully expect like a big transfer summer for Chelsea because they're just gonna try and get everything done before that ban
I think they're
happens.
also gonna sell players.
Yeah,
Yeah, but hey man, can't wait to see that. Other news. Bayern Munich, they had like a very dramatic game. I don't know if you saw. I think it was I
yeah.
forgot what team.
Was it
Mainz.
Stuttgart or Leverkusen? Oh, Mainz. Yeah, they
Was it
were up
Mainz?
one. I thought it was Leverkusen or Stuttgart.
I'm looking it up right now. It was Mainz. They were up. Mainz was up 2-0, I
2-0,
believe.
and then they lost 3-2. Yeah, I saw it.
No, they were up 3-0.
Was it?
So
I thought it was 2.
15th minute, Mainz scored. 29th minute, Mainz scored. 45 with additional time they scored. So they were up 3-0 at the half. Then Nicholas Jackson scored at the 53rd. Olise 73rd, Musiala 80, and then Kane right after 83. So they have a lot of momentum going into the Champions League game. Ow. But they did also make rotations because Nicholas Jackson was starting. But yeah, they had a uh dramatic game. Anything else? Sevilla from La Liga is in the relegation zone. And again, 18th through what is it? Eighth place is like a 7 to 9 point difference between relegation and not relegation. So La Liga's pretty close right now. Sevilla, for them to go down would be super dramatic. I think
Yeah.
they're still in the Conference League battling it out.
Yeah, and I think they're still in discussions for the takeover, the one that Sergio Ramos trying to lead.
Oh,
So,
if Sergio Ramos is trying to buy, the best thing for him to have what? Oh my God, help me! The best thing for him would be for Sevilla to go down because then he has more leverage to buy the team.
yeah, because I know the fans are furious, especially was it the Marvellous? No, yeah, the fans are just been furious with like this ownership. They just say it's so bad.
Yeah, it hasn't been good. Same thing with Valencia. I would believe you if you were talking about Valencia at the time because I know their fans are not pleased either. Just a lot of
Yeah,
things going on in Spanish football.
yeah, because I know Valencia fans. What was it? They've been upset, especially because they've been selling off their young players for scraps. Because this past summer they sold Mosquera to Arsenal for 20 million, and now he's valued at like 60, 70.
Yep.
And then they also sold another one, Tarkowski, to PSV again on the cheap. They just been selling their young players.
Yeah, they can't keep up. It's dumb. And it's also like if you know a Premier League team is coming after you, just add an extra
Malcolm.
20. Yeah, just add an extra 20 million. They have the money for it. Like, why are they just turning around? But we'll see. Um, I think that's about it for what happened this past weekend.
Yeah,
Uh,
not like we said, nothing crazy.
yeah, we'll get into the Champions League preview. First game is Bayern Munich versus PSG. They're playing at Parc des Princes. Jesse, what do you expect out of this match?
Uh, I think it's gonna be a pretty back and forth game. I think this is going to be a very entertaining match. Like we said last previously with Bayern Munich, they're vulnerable at the back. They open themselves up, so it's gonna allow for a lot of opportunities for PSG to score goals, and I think PSG is gonna Bayern's gonna struggle a lot with PSG because PSG is like the team, type of team that will mark you well with the full team, and they're all willing runners, and they will all switch positions because they all have the ability to do so, especially the fullbacks because the fullbacks like Hakimi and Mendes, especially if Mendes is available because he did pick up an injury scare. I don't know if he's available for this match, but they can all play like left middle. They can even play like as a attacking middle. They can play anywhere in the field. So everyone's willing to take any position needed for the team. So it's gonna be very tough for Bayern to play out the back. And
Mhm.
we saw that they struggled with that against Real Madrid. So I think PSG could take advantage of that. But we also know that PSG or Bayern have a very potent attack force and they can score goals as well. And especially with PSG struggling on the goalkeeping side and so making some mistakes at the center back position.
Yeah, I think when the knockout round started, I was a huge proponent that Bayern Munich was going to win the Champions League. After the Real Madrid match, I am not as confident. I do see PSG potentially exploiting, like you said, playing from the back. I think Leimer leaves a huge space in the back because he pushes up so far forward. I
Hmm.
think they're putting Stanisic as a starting right back, but I think Leimer's going to play right back and then potentially Alphonso Davies. So like, but yeah, they've just been so inaccurate when it comes to playing out from the back. Even Neuer, that one goal from out of the Guller came from him. And yeah, I don't know. PSG is just they're on a different level at this point. Also, company has a touchline suspension, so he won't be on the touchline.
For the
Uh,
first game, yeah.
yeah, for the first game. I think PSG might win this. The first tie. I think I'll give. I think it'll probably be difficult for PSG in the Alliance Arena, but again, I think Bayern just has to focus on not losing. If they do lose, not by a huge margin, so they go try to come back. But still, I have for the tie. I think PSG probably wins it. I think they're really good, especially with the wing play. They could switch up so many wingers. You know.
Yeah, like the front three can all rotate to any of the front three spots and play perfectly. But like I said, I think the biggest weakness is that goalkeeping spot, especially with their big summer signing of Chevalier not working out and them having to go to Safonov.
Yeah.
As and we've seen in previous rounds that he isn't at that level where you can feel secure with him. He's had mistakes there, or like not like clear goalkeeping mistakes, but like not at the level where you feel for like a Champions League winning side that you're like, oh, this is that type of goalie. Like they had last year with Donnarumma, who could come in and give like his shot stopping ability could save him. You
Mhm.
don't want to put that pressure on him because you just know that most likely he will fail.
And it'll be interesting too because Bayern Munich kind of became like a team that needs the ball to play.
Hmm.
Like they look uncomfortable when they don't have the ball. Like again, Real Madrid had so many chances when Bayern Munich didn't have the ball. And even then on the counter, like Real Madrid, yeah, they're super fast on the counter and deadly. PSG's just as deadly.
Yeah,
And they have Mr. Ballon d'Oro, Mr. Ousmane Dembele. So for the first leg, Jesse, if you had to give a prediction for the scoreline, what do you think it'll be?
I want to say like 4-2 for PSG. Because like I said, I think it's gonna be an entertaining match. I think Bayern do score because do have that talent up front. Like
Mhm.
if Nuno Mendes does go up and then someone doesn't cover the space he leaves behind, that just leaves Olise free reign to attack that back line. But I just see PSG score more goals than Bayern.
I have PSG winning 3-2. Funny enough, we both have PSG winning. And FootMob, there was you could predict on who do you think will win. There was out of 276K votes, 277 to be honest. 36% PSG would win, 45% think Bayern Munich would win, 19% it's a tie. Again, we'll see if PSG is clinical, which I think they are. They're very, very, very good.
Hmm.
They had Liverpool on the ropes. Again, Liverpool didn't have the best season, but we have seen what PSG is capable of with that manager. So I think it's just too much for company at this point. And then, oh my God, Jesse, the match I don't want to see. They should just make the other match the final.
The Haram Ball final.
Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal on Wednesday. They're playing at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano. See, even that says a lot. Um, yeah, one team terrified to score. The other team inconsistent. Take your pick which one's which. I think also Sorloth is not going to play this match because he picked up like a hamstring injury. So I don't think he's going to force himself to play. But I'm not even going to go into it, dude. Who do you got?
I got Athletic Madrid.
As much as it hurts me to say, I think Atletico Madrid does win. It all also depends how Eze comes in. I think probably Eze is probably the biggest threat to them, but I think Atletico Madrid could do just enough. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to play with Lenglet. He might be starting,
Ooh.
so the double agent is playing.
You know what's funny? Uh, Yannick Bolasie tweeted about Martinelli. You
Did
remember
he?
Yannick Bolasie? Yeah, he said
Yeah.
Martinelli would rather get a yellow than take on his man. No idea why wingers now are so scared to take on the fullback. It's so easy to defend knowing the guy doesn't want to go past you.
And with that, I think Atletico Madrid wins 2-0.
I said Haram Ball and it's a 1-0 match that you regret watching.
No, I think Griezmann and Alvarez are gonna make Arsenal center backs be pulling their hair. I think, especially how like they're playing so well together. Like they're both at one point pressing, and then Griezmann again. He'll just drop back and find Alvarez sprinting down somewhere, and he'll ping on the ball. And same thing, Simeone is gonna be running on one side, and same thing with Llorente. Like I think there's levels to this kind of football, and I think Diego Simeone is gonna win that match.
I
Again,
don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
there's not really much to say about that match because I am not excited about it. But nonetheless, is there any other match that we have?
There's semifinals for the other ones, but I don't know if you want to go over them.
Yeah, we'll just do a prediction. Braga Freiburg.
I'll go Freiburg.
I'll go Portuguese. Braga. Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa, the English semifinal.
Aston Villa should win, right?
Me too. I have Aston Villa. It's interesting that Nottingham Forest are making it this far in the semifinal, but in the Premier League
They're
they were
barely
struggling
above
at one point.
relegation zone.
Yeah, they're barely above it. Conference League semifinal. Rayo Vallecano versus Strasbourg. Give me Rayo.
Yeah, Rayo Vallecano.
We are big Blue Corp haters over here. Shakhtar Donetsk versus Crystal Palace. I have Crystal Palace.
Give me Shakhtar.
Premier League money's gonna win, Jesse, unfortunately.
I stand with the Ukrainians, Jerry.
I'm glad. Weekend matches. I don't see anything Friday, Saturday. Do you see something that catches your
Uh,
eye? Arsenal
Arsenal
Fulham.
Fulham. You know who I'm going with.
Give me Fulham. Raul Jimenez is double.
Yeah, same.
La Liga, Osasuna, Barcelona. Barcelona can potentially win the league here if they win this match. Give me Barcelona. They're playing at Osasuna too. Fuck.
Yeah, give me Osasuna.
Italy. Is there anything in Italy?
Como Napoli.
Yes, Napoli is. I mean, is Napoli still fighting for it? Yeah, they are. Ah, but Inter is 10 points up. Como is trying to fight for Champions League football. Give me Como.
You know who I'm going with, Como.
Bundesliga is done. League. I think we could probably do a prediction for PSG.
Championship.
Right, go to championship.
Wrexham versus Middlesbrough. This is a big match because it has playoff implications because in the championship, Coventry has been automatically promoted. A couple other teams are fighting for the second automatic spot, but Wrexham is fighting to maintain in that playoff spot so they could get potentially fight for that promotion, third promotion spot up to the Premier League. And that's a big story considering coming into this year, everyone thought Wrexham would just struggle to stay in the championship. And they're over here fighting for promotion. And if it does happen, it'll be a big story because it'll be like, what, three straight promotions back to back. And it's like crazy.
It'll be an interesting season to watch on Welcome to Wrexham, to be honest.
Yep.
But even where they're at, man, I don't know. I kind of want to go Middlesbrough because I think it's it's crazy to believe that they'll potentially go into
Nah,
playoffs and make playoffs. So I
nah.
got
So
Middlesbrough.
storyline's crazy. Storyline goes crazy, Jerry. They're gonna get into playoffs and then they're gonna win the first round and the second one to get that spot. They're gonna lose. It's a step process.
And Hull City is facing Norwich City. So Norwich is not really playing for anything. If anything, they're playing for spoiler against Hull City.
Yeah.
Same thing with Derby County. Who are they facing? They could still qualify. Derby. I don't see Derby. Oh, they're facing Sheffield United. And where's Sheffield United? Middle of the table, 15th place. So again, not playing for anything. So they can play spoiler. Uh, yeah, I got Middlesbrough, Jesse. I think it's too true to believe.
Now Wrexham, dude, you gotta believe in the storyline.
Um, is there anything else for
Nope. Sunday,
what do you see Sunday?
Man U versus Liverpool. It used to be a derby. It used to be pretty big.
Used to be a third. Give me Man U. They won today, by the way.
I'll go for a draw. Neither can be happy.
Neither can be happy. Aston Villa, Tottenham. Tottenham won their match.
They need this win. Give me Tottenham. They need
Give
this
me
win.
Aston Villa 4-0.
Give me Tottenham.
Xavi Simons was playing good when the Serbi was there, and now that Xavi Simons unfortunately tore his ACL, I don't think they have much of attack and creativity. Yeah, Tottenham, I'm sorry.
Yeah, give me Spurs.
Espanyol versus Real Madrid. Give me Espanyol.
You know who I'm going with? The Real Madrid, dude. Real Madrid.
Where where is okay, there is Monday game. Where's
Yeah,
West
Monday.
Ham?
West Ham is Saturday.
Oh, okay, we'll do that one.
Brentford. Bre
Brentford, West Ham.
yeah, Brentford's home.
Give me West Ham. They've been playing pretty well.
Give me Brentford. Let the story continue.
Monday,
Everton
Chelsea.
and Man City.
Oh, Everton, Man City first. Yeah, you know where we're going, Man City all day.
Yep. Yep.
Chelsea, Nottingham. I got Chelsea. I think Nottingham is gonna be resting their players for their semifinal.
Yeah, I think Chelsea win. They get that new manager boost. And
Is this the first goal they scored in the Premier League in a minute this past weekend?
for Chelsea,
Yeah. Let me see. So 1-0, 3-0, 0-1, 0-3, 3-0, 0-1, 5-2, Wrexham. Okay, since March 4th, this was his
against
first goal
yeah, man.
against Aston Villa in the Premier League. So
Yeah,
give me Nottingham Forest.
put the fries in the bag.
Oh man, I think that's all I got. Jesse, you got 2 minutes to talk about the Bears.
Oh, actually, I was gonna put say Como's becoming a Real Madrid's junior B team. We're actually sending Jesus Fortea there on loan, and Yanez, the right winger that you think he's pretty decent. Como's looking at them to get him next year for to fill in the ranks. And there's also rumors that they might get Mastantuono, so we get Nico Paz back and they get Argentina, the other Argentinian kid we have. So they're training our kids. It's good. It's a good job. But the
I,
Bears, go ahead.
I was gonna say, honestly, it's kind of smart for Cesc Fabregas, again, manager, to take advantage of like, oh, I know Real Madrid and Barcelona have huge players that they can't play all the time. Give me those players. But
Yeah.
go on.
But the Bears, I was telling Jerry, there was one guy wanting this draft, and the Bears got him. Tiedemann, welcome to the Bears. You're going to be fantastic. I called it. You better prove me right. You're going to be an all-pro safety. Let's go.
Yeah, I haven't really been following too much on like what who are these football players, but I do know that from Jesse's reaction that they're pretty good. Same thing, Steven's actually very versed in college football too. He was talking about a bunch of players. I was like, oh, okay. Like I have no idea. I just know regular football, professional. But yeah, I'm not too. I'm. I would say I'm pretty happy with the draft. We got a lot of things we needed. I know a bunch of people on Twitter were complaining about the edge, but I mean,
Hmm.
like if we plug one hole, which is safety and corners, that helps out a lot.
Yeah. And then a lot of people were like, forget. a lot of people were turning on him, but they're like, if you trust Ben Johnson, you just gotta trust the process of what he picks because he's been doing it right so far. So we just gotta trust him. And think about it this way: if it's wrong, it's Ryan Poles, and if it's right, it's Ben Johnson.
Big facts. Again, we drafted a center, which again we needed, and people were confused why we drafted him. Our center retired. We needed one. The one we currently signed or traded for is on a 1 year deal, so we needed another one for after that.
Yeah, and apparently it's a center is a big component in a Ben Johnson scheme. So it was really important to make sure we get that right.
Same thing with the tight end. We needed a third tight end. He runs three tight end sets all the time, all last season. Were you guys even paying attention? Our tight end just left,
Yeah.
so we needed it. All right, before this video ends, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.